The roar of MotoGP engines may soon echo through city streets rather than coastal cliffs. And not everyone in the paddock is comfortable with the shift. In a move that has already sparked fierce debate, Francesco Bagnaia has broken his silence, delivering a candid and emotionally charged reaction to the sport's controversial push towards street circuits. Behind the scenes, tensions are rising, questions are mounting, and a potential identity crisis is beginning to take shape within MotoGP. At the heart of the storm is MotoGP's decision to relocate the Australian Grand Prix from the iconic Phillip Island circuit to a brand new street circuit in Adelaide starting in 2027. The announcement sent shockwaves through fans and local communities alike, particularly in Phillip Island, where the race has long been a cornerstone of both motorsport heritage and the regional economy. The proposed Adelaide layout is expected to be a modified version of the circuit once used by Formula One during the 1980s and early 1990s. Organisers, now operating under the banner of MotoGP Sports Entertainment, insist that the redesigned track will meet modern safety standards required for premier-class motorcycle racing. However, Bagnaia's reaction reveals a more nuanced and cautious stance. The champion made it clear that while he is not fundamentally opposed to racing on street circuits, the quality of the track will be decisive. If it's a safe track and we can race in an enjoyable way without ending up in a car park, then I'm happy, Bagnaia explained. His reference to car parks is far from casual. It reflects a growing frustration among riders regarding circuits that lack character, flow, and technical challenge. He pointed directly to Ballerton Park Circuit as an example of what MotoGP must avoid. I've seen the Adelaide layout, it doesn't look bad. It's clearly better than Ballerton Park, which is basically a car park, he added bluntly. Yet beneath the measured tone lies a deeper emotional undercurrent. Bagnaia openly acknowledged the weight of losing Phillip Island, a circuit widely regarded as one of the most exhilarating and rider-favoured tracks on the calendar. It's something different and interesting, but losing a circuit like Phillip Island is emotionally very difficult. It's incredibly enjoyable to race there. Bagnaia's comments perfectly capture the dilemma MotoGP now faces. On one hand, expanding into urban environments like Adelaide offers commercial growth, new audiences, and spectacle, a model that has proven successful in other series. On the other, it risks diluting the essence of MotoGP, fast-flowing circuits that reward bravery, precision, and technical mastery. Street circuits inherently bring tighter confines, less margin for error, and often compromised layouts compared to purpose-built tracks. For riders, this raises legitimate concerns not only about safety, but also about the quality of racing itself. The fear of car park circuits is symbolic of a broader anxiety that MotoGP could prioritize show over substance. What makes this situation particularly sensitive is the emotional and historical significance of Phillip Island. Its removal is not just a calendar change, it represents a shift away from tradition. For many within the paddock, that loss is difficult to justify, regardless of the potential benefits Adelaide may bring. In essence, Bagnaia is not rejecting change. He is demanding that it be done properly. His message is clear. Innovation is welcome, but not at the cost of what makes MotoGP special. As 2027 approaches, all eyes will be on how MotoGP balances these competing priorities. Because if the Adelaide experiment fails to deliver, the backlash currently simmering in the paddock could quickly erupt into a full-blown crisis. What amplifies the debate further is the broader strategic direction being taken by MotoGP Sports Entertainment. The push towards city-based events is not happening in isolation. It reflects a deliberate effort to modernize the championship's global appeal, attract new promoters, and align more closely with the entertainment-driven model that has reshaped other motorsport categories. Yet, in doing so, MotoGP risks entering territory where the balance between sporting purity and commercial ambition becomes increasingly fragile. For riders like Francesco Bagnaia, the concern is not simply about aesthetics or nostalgia. It is fundamentally about racing dynamics. Street circuits by nature tend to limit overtaking opportunities due to narrower track widths and reduced runoff areas. This can lead to processional races, where tyre management and qualifying position outweigh on-track battles, something that contradicts the aggressive, edge-of-control style MotoGP is known for. Safety, inevitably, remains the central pillar of the conversation. While organisers insist that the new Adelaide street circuit will meet modern standards, history shows that adapting temporary road layouts for high-speed motorcycles is significantly more complex than for cars. The margin for error in MotoGP is minimal, and even small compromises in barrier placement, surface consistency, or corner design can have serious consequences. There is also a technical dimension that cannot be ignored. Modern MotoGP bikes are engineered for high-speed cornering, rapid direction changes, and heavy braking zones. Characteristics best suited to purpose-built circuits like Phillip Island Circuit. Transplanting these machines onto a street layout could fundamentally alter bike setup philosophies, forcing teams to prioritize stability and traction over outright performance, potentially neutralizing some of the sport's competitive diversity. From a fan perspective, the reaction has been equally divided. While some welcome the spectacle of racing through a city backdrop, others feel that losing Phillip Island represents a break from MotoGP's identity. The Australian round has long been a favourite due to its unpredictable weather, breathtaking scenery, and high-speed battles. Elements that are difficult, if not impossible, to replicate on a temporary circuit. Economically, the shift also carries significant implications. The local community around Phillip Island stands to lose a major source of annual revenue, as the Grand Prix has historically driven tourism, hospitality, and international attention to the region. In contrast, Adelaide is positioning itself to capitalise on the influx, banking on the event to boost its profile as a global sporting destination. Interestingly, comparisons with Formula One continue to surface. Formula One has successfully integrated street circuits such as Monaco and Singapore into its calendar, but the dynamics of motorcycle racing differ significantly. What works for four wheels does not always translate to two, and MotoGP must tread carefully to avoid misjudging that distinction.